Kia ora whānau. Welcome back to the refill station. Last week was a bit of a heavy one, eh? We went deep into the double blow. But today, we've got to figure out why our cups are held together by electric wire, chewing gum, and sheer Māori stubbornness. People look at me today and see this strong woman. They say it like it's a badge of honour. But for me, strong wasn't a choice I made. It was a survival tactic. I wasn't born into privilege. I was passed from home to home like a whāngai pack. I grew up knowing I wasn't wanted by my parents, feeling like a total hindrance, just an extra mouth to feed. Yeah, I spent time in gang pads, sleeping at schools, or at oxidation ponds. Ew. And look, the world has its scary stories about those places, I'm sure. But the real horror movie stuff, that was in my own household. By 11, I was a professional runaway. I was roaming streets, couch surfing before it was a trendy travel thing. I was cleaning rugby toilets just for some dollars to my name. You learn to be strong when you're literally scrubbing the U out of a urinal at age 11. But that strength, it's a facade. It's like putting a fresh coat of paint on a house with rotten weatherboards. Looks choice from the street, but it's crumbling in the inside. In the corporate world, it's the same story. We put on the, I'm sweet face, and we perform. Because when you've spent your childhood worried about who will take you in, you'll do anything to prove you're the most valuable person in the office. But let's face it, we all go through a suck it up phase. Growing up in a house where you felt like a liability more than an asset, it kind of gives you this superpower. I can smell a toxic environment before the office coffee machine has even finished its first cycle. I know a manipulated system when I see one. But here's the kicker for us wāhine in the corporate world. We see the toxicity, we hear the casual racism that's about as casual as a heart attack. We feel the discrimination. But unlike when I was 11, I can't just bolt out the door and sleep at a mate's place. I've got a mortgage, a kid in school, and a house that doesn't pay for itself with vibes. So what do? Yeah, well, we suck it up. We pay the suck it up tax every single day just to keep the lights on. We sit in those meetings, keeping the mask tight, because we're terrified of being that hindrance again. But masking is a slow poison, whānau. It's like drinking salt water when you're thirsty. It ruins your family time because you come home with a short fuse and zero mana left for the ones you actually love. Or who actually love you. And it absolutely wrecks your fitness. Your body becomes a storage unit for all that suppressed rage. You aren't just carrying a laptop bag, you're carrying 30 years of sucking it up in your lower back. So what do? Well, we reclaim our mana through the 5 Fs. We've got to stop acting like being strong means being a mara. It's a toxic myth, and frankly, it's bloody exhausting. I'm too old and too tired to keep that mask polished for people who don't even know my pepeha. Now don't get me wrong, while I was busy scrubbing those rugby club toilets and trying to figure out which household I was sleeping at next, I wasn't just a victim, I had a secret weapon. I had my sports. See, in a life where everything was tumultuous and I was being passed around like a hot potato, the netball court was the only place where I knew exactly where I stood. It was my sanctuary. It was the only thing that kept me out of trouble. When I was on that court, I wasn't the whāngai kid. I wasn't the hindrance, and I wasn't the girl with bleach-stained hands. I was wing attack, and I was a teammate. The court had lines. It had rules. If you worked hard, you got the ball. If you played for your sisters, you won. It was the only stable home I had for a long time. That's why, in 2003, when I started Chickstas back in New Zealand, it had to be a sports club. I wanted to build a space where other wāhine could find the same release. But when I moved to Brisbane, that corporate hustle took over. I started using the court for a different reason. I used it to hide. I wanted something different for my kid and me. I didn't want her to struggle like I did. So I leaned into that strong woman facade. I acted like I came from one of those normal, matching curtains and roast lamb on Sunday stable homes. I didn't want a single person in the Brisbane CBD to know I used to sell car stereos and a boombox speaker to cash converters just to buy bread. I'd walk into the office with my head held high, thinking, move aside, I'm in charge. But that grind hard attitude, that didn't come from a textbook. It came from roaming the streets at 11 and fighting for every intercept on that court. I spent years hiding that girl who cleaned those toilets, thinking she was a liability. But through the cancer and the 5 Fs, I realized she's my greatest asset. She's the one who knows how to survive. She's the one with the faith. So, If you're out there today wearing that uniform but feeling like you're still faking it, stop. Your struggle isn't your shame, it's your superpower. You aren't a fraud, you're a survivor who knows how to pivot better than any CEO. The challenge is simple. I want you to look at your safe space, whether it was at netball, kapahaka, or just hiding in a library. Acknowledge the thing that kept you out of trouble when life was a mess. Stop pretending you started at the top. Own the hustle. And for the love of all things good, go do something fun today. Your strong woman, wāhine, mask needs a rest. If it wasn't for my faith, my actual wairoatanga, that I realized I didn't have to earn my seat at the table anymore. I'm not just a extra mouth. Man, I'm the whole feast, and so are you. The 5 F's are our way of telling the system to take a walk. Finances. We build our putia so we have walk away money. No more sucking up to racism or discrimination for a paycheck. Fitness. We move our bodies to shake off the trauma of all those old households. Fun. We give that 11-year-old girl that ice cream and the laughs she missed out on. Chickstas isn't a club for strong women. We're a club for women who are done with the facade and ready to be whole. Let's take a quick breather. We've been talking about the strong woman facade and that I'm in charge energy we carry around. But we all know that this front, it wasn't our first uniform, was it? Because before I was a director, I was a professional toilet scrubber at a local rugby club. I've sold car stereos at cash converters and roamed the streets without nothing but a netball bib and a dream. That was my hustle. The stuff that taught me how to read a room faster than any management degree ever could. And I know I'm not the only one. I know some of you listening right now are sitting in offices, maybe your car or at the gym. But do either of you remember the smell of the deep fryer from your first job? Or the weight of the crates that you had to lug around? This was way before you ever held a laptop bag. Let's stop hiding the struggle years like there's some kind of secret shame. Those years are your foundation. They are where your mana was forged. What about that bib pride? Every Kiwi girl knows the feeling of putting on a netball bib. It was like a cape. The cash converter's hustle. Selling a boombox is basically high stakes negotiation training. The I'm in charge, bossy auntie energy. Own the fact that you are a director because you've been directing your own survival. Tell me, what was your cash converter's moment? Let's have a laugh and celebrate the grind that got us here. You're not a hindrance, you're a legend. See you next week for episode 3. But before that, here is how you join the kōrero. I want to hear about your cleaning toilets job. What about that gig that kept you going before you got into this facade? Was it picking fruit, folding clothes at the warehouse, selling boomboxes to pay the power bill? Head over to the Māori Girl Corporate Instagram. Find the post for episode 2 and drop your hustle in the comments. Send us a voice note. If you're feeling brave, tell us your story. We might even play it on the next episode. I'm Joe Veve, Mauri ora.